Wait. Alright, it's Friday, 12 p.m. and we're going for a walk to the forest. Let's go. If you guys watched my previous vlogs, you already know that I absolutely hate walking in our neighborhood just because, look, there's absolutely no sidewalks anywhere and it's so uncomfortable to walk. So I take walks here on rare occasions, but recently I discovered that literally 2 minutes away from my home there is like a small, it's actually not small, it's a huge trail in a wild forest. So that's where we are heading today. So see, this is where the neighborhood ends. Kind of, this is the last house over here. And you can enter into the wild area. See what it says? Last time I checked, the hunting season is supposed to be over in the beginning of January. So we don't have to wear anything orange anymore. I hope so. Because before that, I used to hear gunshots every single day, throughout the day, multiple times. But right now it kind of stopped. So I'm hoping there's no hunters anymore and we all are going to be alive. The scenery here is pretty much the same, just a straight road in the woods, and the dogs absolutely love that because they can sniff, there's a lot of wildlife, they just go nuts and it mentally tires them out really well. Oh, I hear gunshots. Maybe the hunting season wasn't over after all, but we're not going too deep into the forest because as soon as I walk further and further deeper in the forest, I kind of get scared because, as you know, we have black bears live in this forest and sometimes they come visit us on our backyards. And I'm gonna tell you right now what I learned so far, so I'm not really afraid to go to the forest anymore. Thanks to ChatGPT, he explained me everything. So right now I'm going to share with you what I learned if you ever meet a bear in the forest. Welcome to the series of what to do if you ever meet a bear in the forest. And the rule number 1, do not die. All jokes aside, in our area we primarily have this black bears, and luckily for me they're not interested in people or in my dogs. They mainly eat bugs and fruits and they try to avoid any confrontation with humans. So ChatGPT assured me that I have more chances dying in a car crash than from this bear, and he gave me 3 main tips of what to do. Rule number 1 is I have to be loud, so I have to walk around like a mental person around the forest, jumping and singing loud songs, because as soon as the bear hears the human's voice, they turn around and go other direction because they are not interested in meeting you and they try to avoid humans for as much as they can. Second rule is to have a bear spray on you. Apparently bear spray is more effective than a bear whatever like sound. I think they sell like whistles. I have no idea what they sell, but as of today I do not have either of those. And tip number 3 is if you ever encounter a meeting with the bear, never turn your back around and never run away. So slowly go back and hopefully he will turn around and go to do his things. As you can see, I'm not worried. I don't know if I should trust ChatGPT, but sometimes I enjoy going to this forest just because it's nature, it's peaceful, and the dogs having so much fun. And I actually forgot about rule number 4, which is do not come to the forest springtime or in the end of the summer when the bears are actively looking for food, because chances to meet them at this time are pretty high. What's going on? Can you see? Our fun is over. My fiance just called me and told me that he heard gunshots and that we should probably get out of here. So that's what we are doing, but we are gonna walk a little bit more around the neighborhood. We went in opposite direction. As you can see, there are houses over here and they are facing the forest. So it's pretty safe out here. Sometimes when I walk over here, I see the trash scattered around next to the fences. It's because sometimes at night the bear come and they rip the trash apart and take it out, and it becomes a huge mess. Let's go, baby. As you can see, today is my least favorite day. It's the day when I deep clean the carpets in all of the rooms. I try to do it every 3 months, so the house stays nice and clean. I don't think there's much to tell, so let's go ahead and clean the rooms. Look at this absolute yuck. If you don't deep clean your carpets, I mean, now you definitely see the sign. Alright, it's finally time for some dinner. Let's see what Maya and Enzo are going to have tonight. First, let's put some kibble into their bowls. For their toppers today, we are gonna have some sardines. Make sure when you buy sardines for your dogs, they are in water and they are unsalted. And divide it. If you hear the noises in the background, you know that they're dying to have this dinner. Anyway, next food topper is going to be fresh beef kidneys. It's just raw meat. My dogs are used to that, so they eat raw multiple times a week and their stomach is doing great. But most of the dogs, if they are not used to that, they might be a little sensitive. So if you are planning to do this, make sure when you do introduce some kind of food, you do it in a very small amount. So they're just gonna have leftovers of beef kidneys. I usually buy them at Publix. And a few pieces. The pieces are actually really small, so they're not huge. And next I'm just going to spread out Enzo's Keep Enjoying supplement. They're come in capsules, but I like to break them down so he doesn't have to swallow it. And then to top it off, I'm just gonna add some blueberries on top of their plate. This is how their dinner looks. Maya's plate only looks bigger just because she skipped her breakfast, so she's getting a daily portion of her kibble. Unlike Enzo, he had breakfast and dinner. So let's go ahead and feed them. They are dying. Break. And while the dogs are enjoying their dinner, it's time for me to make my own. And I think that's a wrap for today. I hope you guys enjoyed spending another day with us. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I upload vlogs every single week and I also share some training tips on this channel. So if you don't want to miss it, please subscribe. We also have TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to follow along, you can find all the links under this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next week. Bye!